Hello, pilots, and welcome to the Newtype Arena podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about something special. But first, I want you to picture this. You walk into your local game shop, there's a thick energy in the air. Now, you also hear the shuffling of cards and the whispering of strategies. Well, what is this? It's the Newtype Challenge. This is a new event coming out here in the Gundam TCG that we will be talking about today.
Why does the new type challenge matter? This event, in and of itself, is an event that Bandai has put out for us to test pilots and their skill level at the game. With that comes some pretty exciting prizes, which we'll talk about,
I'm super excited about that.
as well as I kind of like the name for it, and we'll kind of bring that up and why we think Bandai named it the new type challenge. Now, with that, uh, Astral, why don't you tell us kind of about the event breakdown, when it's happening, and amount of players, and how this format's going to be going?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this event. It's going to start on September 8th and it's going to go to October 7th. Now, this is going to be at select card shops near you. Now, with that, we're going to have up to 32 players per shop that can enter the event. And there's going to be several different formats, only two actually. It's going to be Swiss draw or tournament style. It's really going to be depending on your local rules there. I'll go ahead and pass it back to Daxi to
Yeah,
talk about the pricing.
absolutely. So the pricing on this is absolutely insane. We're gonna get for everyone participating in it, an alt art Murine holding the tomato from the Witch from Mercury, and that is gonna be our unforeseen incident
Oh, I
art that
love
we have.
that. That's going to be so cool.
It's very Witch from Mercury type thing for the pricing. Your top 8 are gonna get the Soletta Mercury alt art card as a pilot, and then every store gets only one Aerial Rebuild Winners card alt art.
It's gonna be very limited, guys. It's gonna be exciting.
Yep, I'm excited for it. I know I'm chasing after it. I'm sure you are as well.
Oh, 100%.
With that being said, though, something I wanted to bring up was
The name, yeah.
the name, the new type challenge, and kind of the lore behind that, and why we think Bandai kind of went with this. So in the show, I'm sure as those who are familiar with the Gundam anime and show, they very often bring up the term new type. Now, what is a new type? A new type is a type of pilot that is more in tune with their emotions, has sharper thinking skills, and is actually born out in space. Therefore, they can pilot the mechs and the Gundams and mobile suits a lot more efficiently and be able to be in tune with what's going on around them all at the same time. It's like a heightened awareness where their skills are just that next level above.
100%. And with this, we like to kind of consider you guys as well as us pilots ourselves. Now, what this event is going to do, it's Bandai putting out this limited event. I'm excited for because it's the first like local one that we're really doing. And hopefully we'll see some more in the future. But with this event, it being the new type challenge, it's going to kind of test our skills. It's going to put the best of us forward. We're going to see where we place.
Like ace
And
pilots.
yeah, you're going to have to put your best foot forward here. And really, it's going to be fun. So this event is going to be limited, but it's going to be fun.
Yep,
So
fun, but also competitive. So I like that they're putting that twist. We're all here to have fun and grow this community in a healthy way. And I think this is a good way to get it starting and going through. But with that, let's talk a little bit about strategy, Astral.
yeah. So of course, with the strategy, it kind of goes into tips and preparing for this event itself. Of course, everybody wants to make sure get a good night's sleep.
Yes, it
Don't
is
stay up
so
late
important to get good sleep.
and make sure you're feeding your body to feed your mind. You want to make sure you're hydrating well, you're eating good food.
Electrolytes.
All these things are going to help you prepare, especially with that. Is going to be like, how are you going to be mentally sharp for this event? You don't want to go into this event being tired
No.
because it could come down to one misplay that could cost you that
That
winner's
price
card. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So the
I know
prize card.
myself. I'm gonna have some nice eggs, bacon, some French toast going, and then for the event, I'm gonna bring some liquid IVs. Make sure I'm stocking up and staying hydrated the whole time and staying sharp and focused.
Yeah, personally, I plan on having some eggs, maybe some sausage, and
Mmm.
some overnight oats to pair it with.
Ooh,
Get
good
that
choice.
nice energy going. Some high protein stuff, and then of course, what you're going to want to keep in mind, you're going to want to make sure you have practice with the deck that you're playing. This is going to be key. You don't want to go in playing a new deck unless you're confident you can pilot it well, because you're going to be going up against some experienced players here. It's going to be pretty interesting here to see how all the players manage their energies throughout the day. It's going to be a very mentally strenuous and like long,
Event.
yeah,
Yeah,
event.
I feel like this event, I think, is not gonna do just the 3 rounds. It might, but I could also see it going 4 to 5 for that undefeated.
Oh yeah. Now with that, kind of talking about how many rounds we could go into, what are you expecting this player base, like the turnout, to be at these shops?
Honestly, for the turnout for this, people had to be prepared. Signups are open now, so check your Bandai TCG app to see if you have any openings around you. I know ours for our locals personally
Filled up quick.
filled up in a day. So with it, I think these are going to be the top of the top players, at least in the area. These are going to be people that you're going to see consistently topping your locals,
Hmm.
as well as bring in some of those people that are doing online tournaments and stuff like that out of the woodworks because these prize cards are sought after. I know Gen Con did it as well, and they gave out these prize cards. And with that, yes, there's not a lot in circulation right now, but these cards are going ungraded right now. Those aerials for $1,700 to $2,000 a hop, and
That's a lot of money for
right,
one card.
one card. And whether you choose to sell it, I'm personally going to choose to keep it. I'm getting that graded and tossing it in the Grail binder for sure.
Frame that in a shadow box, put it on my wall if I win. You
Yep,
know,
absolutely. But
it.
I think that's the kind of players we're expecting to see. What about you? You have any thoughts?
You know, I saw how fast it filled up here, and it's not to say if it filled up in your area, don't try. Still apply for it. Be on that like
Waitlist.
wait list, yeah, and then show up because you never know. What if somebody is running in traffic? This is a pretty competitive event. I've seen here sometimes at local tournaments, yeah, we'll extend the time, wait for people to show up. I don't think they're going to want to do that here. It's going to be very competitive. So if you miss the opportunity to sign up initially for these events, show up on that wait list, see if you can get in. Like we said, 32 players per event. That's pretty good. You have good odds of still getting in. Now, of course, with that, some things that we're going to see here is it is going to be constructed decks, of course. We know that. We've been playing constructed for a while now. Now,
I almost wish they kind of limited to where like you had to play a new type trait though
mhm,
in your constructed deck. I think that would throw everything off. But also, we'd probably get a lot of red blue ping, to be honest with you.
I'm a bit nervous about that. I've seen how red blue ping works. It's very very aggro. It's been kind of a struggle to manage that personally when going up in these tournaments, these local events. I'm interested to see how these deck modifications are going to be. The game came out July 11th of this year, 2025, and we're just now getting our first locals event. We've seen some regionals, we've seen some other like Gen Con activities going on.
Hmm.
So this is now Bandai is bringing the event to us. And that's something that I'm excited about. It's been a couple months. People have had time to figure out their decks here, and
I also just realized if this event's going until October 7th, we're gonna be at regionals in LA.
we will be.
I wonder if they'll have a side event for the new type challenges there that we can play in.
That would be some insane side events to be a part of. I almost wonder if they're gonna have a new type challenge
Right.
at the event.
That is if we're free and we don't absolutely top this thing.
Let's let's hope. Fingers
Fingers
crossed.
crossed.
Now, we have we talked a little bit about the red blue ping.
Yeah.
We are seeing this meta continually evolve. So we've seen from the beginning, we've seen the white blue, we've seen the white green, we've even seen
1 year rush, the blue green.
yeah, the blue green. I've even seen people try and do straight white decks where they had a ton of blockers.
Yep.
It was insane. Now, again, as this event goes on, keep in mind during this event, purple will be coming out as well. So we might see some decks incorporating the purple thrown in there.
Yep. That is if your locals is hosting the new type challenge towards the end once this has already come out. I know a lot of shops here are doing it the first week just to get it out of the way.
Yep.
But I think for those out there that are having theirs, or maybe it takes some time for your the promotional items to get received by the local shops to get in there, and that might throw a little wrench in things for some people's strategies.
It's gonna be a curveball for sure. Now, with that, of course, it is gonna be interesting to see what people play. I know personally I've switched back and forth between white blue and green white.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have their strengths. There's no way to exactly tech against every single deck. That
It's
would
such
be
a
broken.
circular meta.
Yeah, it's going back and forth. Um, with this, you know, get familiar with your deck. That is going
Yes.
to be key here. You're going to know when to mulligan if necessary. You're going to want to know when to crash units or save units.
Yeah, the worthy trades.
Yep.
Make sure your trades are worth it. Um, when you're going, you have units out. Make sure if you're attacking shields, make sure you're attacking with a purpose, not all willy nilly. You want to have your units and build it up, kind of like not just ramping with your resources, kind of filling up that gas tank with units to go ahead and swing and do serious blows to those shields while still holding stuff back so you don't get board wiped and then by the end you're top decking.
Yeah. I saw at a local tournament today, actually, somebody actually went for shields when had they went for units, they possibly could have won that match. It cost them the game because they got a little bit greedy with the shields and it cost them a unit at the end and then they didn't have enough power to swing for shields and go for game.
Hmm.
It is going to be very very technical here. You have to be on your A game because literally just a few simple mistakes can cost you your round. And
Astral, why don't we tell them some good ways they can practice?
yeah.
I know if you guys want to and have a webcam, you can do the webcam tournaments through the Eagles Nest, which we sponsor every week with giving out participation giveaways and stuff like that to get good against a multitude of high level players. As well as there's discords, and then I think you were talking about some simulators and some sites you found.
Yeah, so real quick to touch on the Eagles Nest tournament. It is Wednesday nights. I know you've been sponsoring some of the giveaways. You want to talk
Yes.
about that and how people can enter for those real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you do go ahead and either watch the stream on Risu's channel, it's just RISU on YouTube with Gundam TCG, it'll pop right up. Make sure you're subscribed to that channel. That's where they'll be doing the streaming, as well as make sure you're subscribed to us, the New Type Arena. And then towards the end of that event, if you participated in the event or even just watching the streams, we'll go ahead and pick from those people watching that have entered in, and at the end we'll do a drawing for those cards. But make sure you are subscribed to both, because if not, I'm sorry, you will not be getting that promotional card, and we will give it to someone else.
Yeah, now I believe that's, correct me if I'm wrong, 8 p.m. Eastern time and 5 p.m. Pacific time, right?
Yep, with that 6 p.m. Mountain,
Perfect. And so now moving forward with that, there are a couple ways you can prepare, like we've talked about.
the simulators and
we'd
stuff like that.
we'd love to see you in the Eagles Nest tournament with us, but go ahead and check out some simulators. Personally, I have an AI that I use. I plug in my deck list. I can build a deck list, copy and paste it, and then it allows me to play multiple different decks. I can choose which one I want to play, and then I can, play against the decks that I'm seeing in these local tournaments.
And are you using? Isn't that WingSim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you guys just go online and type in a WingSim, it's a free AI tool to use. If you want the higher level of competitive AI, what is it? It's only like $5.
$6 is what I paid for it, and there's a Patreon. It's actually really nice. I would highly recommend it. As well as another way you can practice is going into these local card shops you guys have and seeing, is there anybody there with Gundam? Ask them. Just be like, hey, would you like to play test? We have these events coming up. We've done that multiple times, almost every day the past week, and with that, it's allowed us to see decks that we weren't even expecting. These
Yeah,
modifications
very true.
catching us completely off guard.
Oh my goodness. I
So
had one this week. It was a green blue. And I was going. I had game in hand. I had a link, a unicorn link ready to go. He was down to two shields. I went, swung, took out his blocker, went ahead, and was gonna swing with my two, and then at the very last minute, toss out that link for game. I went ahead, did that. I tossed out my link bit too soon, and he incident aware it was that command card, and it
oh no.
automatically rests 2 units and just shut me down and then took me out. So be prepared. Deck tech with every command, because you never know what's going to be in there. Make sure you're familiarized with the sets and everything as well.
Yeah.
And also, just practice by yourself at home. Shuffle your deck around. If you have multiple, play against yourself, as well as just practice opening hands. Play it out for a few turns, shuffle it back, and do that for like an hour a day.
It's a great way to learn because you get to think about all the different strategies that you may go up against your opponents. And it also shows you kind of where you're at when you actually do go play. Another way that I've seen, back to the Discord, if you have a webcam, there are plenty of discords out there where people will post about how they're looking for a game. It's been blowing up my phone nonstop since they released the Gundam TCG. I keep getting these notifications. Hey, looking for game, looking for game. All you got to do if you're at home, turn on your webcam, lay out your board, make sure they can't see your hand, and then you can play test with them. It's a great way to learn and get experience against actual players if you can't go out into your local card shops or if there's not any close by.
So, Astro was seeing the decks we've been doing at locals and the kind of people that we're expecting there. Any spoilers or hints at what deck you might be bringing to the new type challenge?
I don't want to get too into it, but
I mean, I'll say mine. Well, technically, I'll say which ones I'm trying to decide behind. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm a huge blue white fan with that unicorn control right now. I might be bringing that, or you know what, just for the aggression because the people are going to be doing it. I think I might go ahead and do 1 Year War Rush.
okay.
But right now, still don't know which one I'm going to do yet. We'll have to see and find out.
Yeah, I will get a little bit into mine. I'm testing out several different decks right now with that AI that we talked about. But the one that I've been mainly putting my time into is green white. I started out with a Shenlong build. I've switched over to a blocker build. But
And your blocker build's really unique. I haven't seen anyone running it before.
no, and I still might make some of my own modifications to it. It's a work in progress here. I've been doing decently well. Actually this past week I won my first undefeated tournament with it.
Right?
So
Congratulations again on
I
that, dude.
appreciate
That
it.
was insane.
We started out playing each other. I felt
Oh,
terrible. It came down neck and neck. I
it was
think,
the most intense game at the end because I was just trying to find any possible way. But my counter is green white
yeah.
through and through,
And I just so happened to have two Wing Gundam Zeros that I was able to throw down back
back
to
to
back,
back. And at that point, I'm like,
wiping his board.
what's the point of playing? I'm no longer playing Gundam. I'm just watching someone else play at this point.
Yeah, I felt terrible. I was like, I'm sorry, man. But it was a really, really fun game. I really enjoyed it. And as you start to test out more decks and play more, I look forward to play testing against you,
Oh, yeah.
especially with the modifications that I'm making.
Oh, I'm terrified.
Now, of course, what are some things you're seeing from the community about the new type challenge?
People are talking about this. They're excited about it. And people, I almost say, are in a scramble. It's coming up here in about a week, week and a half.
Mm.
And so everyone's trying to get prepared. What I would say with that is, you as pilots, you got this. We know you're going to win. I want to see all your guys' comments after the new type vlog that we have coming out for the new type challenge and hearing about how you guys all topped them. I want to hear it because I know you got it in you.
Mm-hmm. Come show us your winners cards. Honestly, we want to see them. We want to see what you got, what you noticed during the event, and how it was played. Now, there are several places that I'm seeing all this buzzing going on about the event. Seeing it on Facebook. I'm seeing it on Reddit. I'm even seeing it on Discord.
I'm not
People are
even
talking
seeing
about it.
it here with all the bees we have flying around
All
us.
that buzzing around us,
Yeah.
But it's been really cool to see how the community's coming together for this event.
And
The
helping
excitement
people
behind
out
it.
too.
Oh, 100%. I know when they first announced regionals, everybody was online. I know we were online waiting, and
Oh
then
yeah.
come to find out they postponed the announce or the release of tickets. That was a big bummer. I couldn't
Yep.
even sleep that night. I was so excited just for them that morning to reschedule the release. But we secured our tickets. We'll be at regionals, and
Yep.
we hope to see you there. But with this event specifically, how they're bringing events to us now, that like excitement behind it. People are, hey, I have this trade fodder. Like I'm trying to see what you want to trade. What can I get from you? How can I build this deck? I'm looking for this.
Yeah.
Even just people loaning out cards during events. I've noticed that
Yeah.
community coming together. Oh, you no proxies in this event? Here, let me loan you a Lifrith. And through them loaning these cards out to other players, it allows them to take like a spot in this event and actually play.
Absolutely.
It's been phenomenal to just see everybody coming together and having a good time.
Yeah, I will say the one thing I like about this Gundam TCG community so far is that I found it to be one of the least toxic TCG communities to be a part of. With that though, I will say, please make sure you try and have your cards ready because there is no guarantee and proxies are not allowed. Foreign language is only allowed for tokens and resources and your EX base and EX resource. So make sure to keep that in mind before going into this event.
Yeah, you don't want to get judge called for these things because it could disqualify you. And that would be a big bummer if you go in, you're excited to play, and then, hey, judge, I've seen it happen. It's not fun. Just make sure you're prepared. We want to see you guys winning, having a good time. That's why we do what we do here.
Now, with that being said, before we go ahead and wrap things up and give our final thoughts, I do have a question. What do you think that we can tell to our pilots? And what do we think is going to be the biggest hurdle to overcome? The biggest challenge that they might face in this new type challenge? And how can they overcome it?
That's a really good question. I put a lot of thought into this. We've talked about it a little bit. Um, don't get discouraged, honestly.
Yeah,
Uh, there was one time we were playing in an event. My first two matches I lost. I was like, this deck's just not working. Uh, I felt terrible and I was ready to give up. I've seen people bubble out for that kind of thing before. Keep going. It
absolutely.
it's not only a learning experience if you do keep going, because if you're losing, pay attention to why.
Yeah.
Or
Ask your opponent if
yeah,
they noticed any misplays in your gameplay when you're playing.
yeah. Or if you're winning, notice what you're doing, what kind of things you're noticing that help you win, and focus on those. Take notes. Now, it's always good to reflect on a match and learn from previous matches. Like there have been times where I beat you, you beat me with our current decks.
Yeah.
It comes down to things like draws. It comes down to misplays.
Trades.
Yeah, trades. Did I trade that properly, or should I have gone for shields?
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask your opponent, especially when playing in these events, how many cards do you have in hand?
How
That
many
is,
shields if they're playing the same color, like close color sleeves that meld together?
yeah, those kinds of questions.
Ask to read a card.
Yeah, those kinds of questions will help you in the long run, because then you can kind of have a better idea of what's going on. If your opponent's about to fizzle out in the game, they're down to two cards. You can ask yourself, does this person have a link? Do I need to be worried? Should I play a blocker, or can I play a unit? Should I go for shields? Or should I go for a unit? It's going to come down to these little technicalities here, and it's a good thing to keep an eye on those. Now, another thing that I would like to bring up with you guys to help just everybody in general is there's things you can do to manage your cards. Don't necessarily play a card just because you have it.
Absolutely.
In this game, hand size can be the difference between winning and losing, fizzling out or having the power in the game. And, I've been on 10 resources before, and still I had two cards in hand. My opponent had three, and there was nothing I could do in that situation, all because of one card difference.
Well, something I do want to bring up just for an example's sake, that you did last week when playing green white against me is you had a hand size of like 4 cards and it was getting towards the wire, and I thought I could make a push to gain leverage in that game. And what I've noticed you've been really good about, and something that might help you guys out if you are especially playing that, is you held your low cost blockers for opportunities when it was dire. So on that turn, you built a fortress and a wall.
I did. I think I put out three blockers that
Yeah,
round, and I filled my space. Now those three blockers can be the difference between somebody getting through and hitting a shield, or hitting life versus not, because you don't know what your opponent has in hand. You got to be very vigilant. You got to think ahead. Now you don't want to take too much time. Again, this game does come down to things like time management as well. You want to
yeah.
make sure you're managing your time effectively and not stalling on the game. You want to know what you're going to do, think ahead, but
Because
do
you
it in an
can get
efficient
judge
manner.
called, and that's the last thing I think anyone wants to have happen. Because
No,
then your whole mental state is awry.
yeah, because you're worrying, you're thinking, oh, I just got judge called. What if it happens again? It's just gonna frazzle you a little bit. You're gonna be worried,
Yeah, pretty
honestly.
much worried. A tip I do want to bring, just a card tech tip to you guys. A lot of people that are running blocks are running the Zowards in this meta.
Hmm.
With that, when you're going to make your trades, keep in mind that Zowart cannot attack your shields at all. So if it is tabbed down and it is going to that close game and you have a way to get over it, take out their higher units before taking out their Zowards if you can afford it. Now, if you are blocker overran, focus on taking those out, obviously.
Hmm.
But that's something I've noticed to keep in mind is their Zowards, when they have an overwhelming board presence of 3 Zowards and 2 wings, right? Three, I'm like, oh man, I only have 4 shields. I'm freaking out. And then I realized oh, well, 3 of these units can't even attack my shields. It's just these 2.
Yeah. And something to keep in mind as well, vice versa. If you have Zowarts out on the board, focus on crashing.
Yeah,
Sacrifice them in the end game. It's going to help you
take
to
out those
clear,
bigger
yeah,
units.
clear their board state. Even if you're doing damage to one of their bigger units, it may be the difference between you taking out that unit. I know personally in green white, when you pair Hero Yui with a Link, it gives it +1 AP and +1 HP. That's it can literally go up to a 7/7. I've seen cards go as high as 9 in the game.
Yeah,
And so you got to be aware like, hey, my Zowart is going to do 3 damage here. Now it's a 6.
be
So,
prepared for the Char Asimals giving that high maneuver too on the red greens as well. Make sure you're focusing on those units and taking them out so that way they don't have something that you just can't block. That's another good thing to keep your eyes open for.
mhm, definitely you want to make sure that you're using your cards effectively. And again, it comes back to playtesting, getting used to your cards. Another
Playing
thing,
other decks too, so you know what your opponent might do.
yeah, another thing I did want to bring up is using pilots. That has been something I've noticed, especially lately in the community, that people are starting to have click. When that happens, it can be a game changer in the
Oh,
game.
100%.
You can
100%.
you can turn a Zowart into a 4/4, and then it's no longer really gonna be,
Trade.
yeah.
It can take out a couple of the smaller units, especially in that red, blue, pink,
Mhm.
or it can do some serious damage to those bigger ones.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that little rinky dink card that you have that, oh, I can't attack shields with, have to go for a unit. It's gonna be, oh, how do I manage this now? And so even with those pilots, we love to link our pilots. That is something that I've noticed everybody plans for. They hold their card in hand. I started throwing pilots on my starter like units because it's a one cost.
Yeah,
So with that one cost, if I have say a Rizel out on the board, I throw a pilot on there. It now does a lot more damage. You did that to me today.
yeah, I did.
So, and I was hopeless. I couldn't do anything about it. And so managing those pilots is going to give you a little bit of a leg up, whether you decide to pair them or link them. And you don't have to pair on the same turn. If you need to manage your resources, throw out the unit. It can now attack next turn. Throw the pilot on before you attack.
Yeah,
So
very
it
true.
it's really how it comes down to you managing your cards with those pilots. Have
Yep.
you noticed anything that you want to give some feedback on?
Um, I mean, I think I have when it comes to like the Zowarts, managing your trades and all that. Swinging again, shields with a purpose. I want to drill that in. Don't just swing all willy nilly. And also board management. Don't don't overlook your opponent's board just because you think you might have it. Make sure you're still doing good board state and keeping that in mind. But with that being said, and kind of wrapping things up here, like we want to hear from you guys. Leave comments, leave feedback. As we've gone and hit 250 subscribers at the
Thank
time
you
of
so
filming this.
much.
Yeah, seriously, thank you. This is amazing. We love all your supports. We love seeing all your comments and replying to them. And I know other people here read them too. So if you have any tips for prepping that you're doing for this new type challenge, leave them so other people can read them. We're all here to grow this community. We're all here for the players and for you as pilots.
Yeah, and I am going to ask you guys as pilots and the people who watch, thank you for watching this far into our video. We always appreciate that. I'm going to ask you guys to leave things that you're noticing that the community is doing to support each other. We want to see more. We want to recognize that. We have again our stuff we're going to pass out. If there's somebody you know that has been really a key thing in the community, share your experience and how that made it a
You
better
feel?
playing thing. Yeah. We love to hear that. Let's spread some more positivity here in the community because like we said, it's not toxic so far. We love to see it.
Yeah,
It's been fun playing with you guys and
absolutely.
playing at these events. So, yeah. Now, to kind of talk a bit more back on what our topic was here with, the new type challenge, how are you expecting things to go just overall? Like, what are some things you're looking forward to? What are some things that, you know, we're going to see here in the community, like we've been talking about, that you think is going to happen?
Um, overall, I think it's gonna be pretty smooth. It's gonna be competitive. It's gonna be very mentally taxing. But I think it's gonna be a good time and definitely something for the memory books.
Yeah. And take lots of pictures, guys. Honestly, it's gonna be
Yeah,
fun. We'd love to, see some of those in the discords, things like that,
yeah,
and we'd love to hear what you guys are looking forward to as well.
yeah.
Now,
Also, make sure to join our Discord. We do have the link down in the description below. And that way you can post photos. You can actually talk to us. We're on there all the time as well.
yeah, we love to hear from you. I mean, we loved seeing the comments last week, and moving forward, we're going to be trying to involve the community a little bit more. Whether that's giveaways, we just hit our 250 subscribers. Maybe when we get to 500, I know I've been talking about doing my own giveaway for
Yeah.
people who are subscribed, and you know, we really do appreciate it. And
Let us know if you're going to regionals. Like literally imagine if you're going to regionals. We'll write your YouTube name on a special package instead of just the stuff we're giving out. We'll make sure there's one for you. And if you find us and tell us your name, we'll go ahead and give you that because we really do want to give back a little bit extra to our subscribers and our listeners.
yep. But thank you guys. Um,
With that being said, Astral, any exciting things happen in your week as we're doing our weekend review segment now as
oh
we're coming to
man,
that end step?
I unfortunately didn't get to go hiking like I thought I was going to this past week, but I got to spend some time with family. I got to talk to them a little bit.
That's awesome.
I gotta spend some time with my animals. I personally have a side hobby. I like to build terrariums and paludariums, and so I got to work with my animals a little bit. And you know, it's been kind of less of that lately. They're still getting the care that they need, of course. And I'm a big animal person. If you guys have any pets that you love, we'd love to see them in the Discord as well. I think we should start a channel
The
there and
pets channel.
yeah, share
I'm
your
down.
pets with us. And of course, shout out to you for like going to all these events with me this week. That's
Yeah,
been
it's been
fun. And
fun. We did a bit of traveling for this week for me personally. Went and drove almost what 3 hours for an event.
oh man,
It was
yeah,
crazy. Shout out though to Cards of Ruin. That was the shop we went to. Nice little small town here in Salt Lake and Hiram. Great community up there. Honestly, it was
yep,
crazy to see the difference between being here in the main city and also going up to the more rural areas and seeing the difference there.
yeah.
But besides that,
What did you do fun this week?
I personally this week, I mean, I had to work. That was so much fun. But I also got to go ahead and go to a show and go see the new Weapons movie. That was really good. I'm a big
Oh,
movie buff, if you guys can't tell. So looking for that. Also saw the Conjuring trailer there. I am terrified of horror movies, but I like putting myself through the terrifying of horror movies. So I'm definitely gonna go see that when that comes out.
you said you went to a show. Reminded me, I actually did do another thing this week. I went and I saw Suicide Boys yesterday here in
Yeah.
Salt Lake. It was an amazing concert. Great time. Got to see Night Lavelle.
Ooh, I love
So
Night Lavelle.
yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Now, thank you for sharing your experiences for the week.
Hey, right back at you.
Something I want to bring up with you guys. Some things you can look forward to coming up.
Yeah.
He mentioned Cards of Ruin. Now, we will be doing a video here this upcoming week. Not sure when it's going to be posted yet, but keep your eyes out for it. We're going to do a pack battle.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. We're cracking a whole box. We're going 50-50, winner take all, baby.
Yup.
I'm coming for those alt arts and those LRs.
So keep your eyes out for that video. We're going to be releasing more videos. I know you've been working on some videos yourself.
Yeah, a few vlogs. Deck tags, we should be having a vlog coming out here either this week, towards the end.
And then we will be releasing some more play testing with some commentary on that.
Absolutely.
And so just keep your eyes peeled. This channel is going to move forward really quickly, and we thank you guys for your support.
And for journey on the ride.
Have a great day, pilots. Thank you.
Thank you.